Couples of weeks ago, some hooligans were doing vandalism to the signs and boards on the walls of the little building of Emerson College. Where some of the emergency signs were damaged, some vandalism has hate speech that targeted the minority groups in Emerson College. So what did Emerson College decide to do? They decided to charge the students of the whole floor for the vandalism. The hate speech on the boards have already hurt the minority groups on campus, and the damage of some of the emergency signs has posed a threat to the safety of the students. Emerson College's decision only doubled the damage. At this point, the progressive politics of Emerson College turns into a fairy tale. Besides, we don't think that Emerson's decision to charge the students is just exploitation. It's humiliation, preceded by years of rising tuition. Emerson College just spit on the face of the students and let them pay more. But the higher administration may disagree with our criticism because they sent emails to the freshmen in the last weeks of February 2023 and said that the vandalism diminished during the 2023 spring semester. So they didn't plan to charge the students. A very weird decrease in vandalism indeed. From the information in the email, how and why the vandalism decreased, the students don't know. What we do know is that before the college made this concession, the student union had been doing a campaign that protested the charge of vandalism at the start of the 2023 spring semester, which had gathered discontent of a wide body of students. Besides the campaign, there would be a town hall meeting hosted by the student union where students would talk about the issue of vandalism and the rising tuition, which will gather more discontent from the students. It is very hard for any sane college administration not to recognize this. We just talked about the issue of vandalism. Let's move on to the rising of tuition. What does this higher tuition bring to us? Only lower services. First, there's a lack of Title IX office that deals with sexual harassment. Last, though, given the pressure from students, Emerson College hired 4 staff, one of which has another job at Emerson as a high-level administrator. This poor staffing has made it nearly impossible for staff to satisfy the needs of the students. Second, there's a limited EDC equipment and accessibility. To get the equipment you want, you have to register for the related class, which some students don't. Besides, many equipments are worn out and not get replaced. In addition, you have to go a long process to acquire the equipment. Third, there's a limited mental health service. The accessibility of mental health programming in Emerson is not publicized well, so that many students are not even aware of it. Fourth, there's a decline in staff. Why students sure care about the staff? Without the kind permission of the staff, the Canvas and the school websites cannot function. The device and electricity in our classrooms go wrong and cannot be fixed. The elevators, plumbing, washing machines in our residential buildings cannot meet the needs of the students. The emails about the school services, academic activities, film festivals, and internship opportunities cannot reach the students. Understaff is pretty common throughout high schools and colleges in the U.S., like UMass Amherst, Ethical College, Michigan State University, Moulton Public School, and many more. Why is there a problem of understaff? If we take a look at why does the Emerson staff leave, we may understand why. First, the chances of promotion is low. According to an article by Andrew, when a former IT staff in Emerson saw a promotion, he ran into multiple roadblocks. The lack of transparency surrounding promotions and pay raises caused him to leave in 2021. Another former Emerson staff worked between 2015 and 2019, but was never considered for a higher position. Second, the condition is bad. In 2020, Emerson cut retirement funds and cut pay raises for staff and faculty because of pandemic-related financial difficulties. But it turns out that the net income of Emerson College is about $25 million in 2022. Another staff in Emerson College left because the hiring criteria wasn't consistent with what each job demanded, and the staff of color were constantly overlooked. Another member said that she departed Emerson because she felt like she wasn't valued. Her new manager treated her like an entry-level employee. Third, wages are low and inflation is high. Nearly 80% of the staff union was paid under the market median rate according to ECSU. Although the staff union spent 15 months to use multiple social media platforms to ask alumni and students for support, and finally got their 5% cost of living adjustment rise, it was still a pay cut considering the 7 to 8% inflation in the past months. Will anyone enjoy working at Emerson College given the treatment of their staff with such decency? However, it's the staff union who expresses concern of the understaffed situation in Emerson College and wants to hire administrators and trustees to hire sufficient staff so that the staff will have less hours and workloads and the school system will run more efficiently. As the Emerson Staff Union bargaining team speaks out, in less than 6 months until February 2022, we saw more than 40 co-workers leave Emerson. The Emerson Staff Union bargaining team said every email about someone's last day broke another piece of their hearts. In a nutshell, the higher administrators, the trustees, the shareholders, and the investors, in a word, the capitalists in Emerson College, care about raking profits way more than caring about the need of the students. It is the capitalists of Emerson College who is doing vandalism to a school system that should work best for the students. And they have done it for years. It is the staff union and the other staff who are improving the school system. All the students should stand with the staff union and link our struggle with theirs, because supporting them is supporting ourselves.